Welcome to another Field of Glory 2 medieval historical battle. This is Towton 1461 against the formidable Leonard. Just turning everyone around. We'll see what the scenario notes say if I have to attack or something, or if I can play a longer game. Is there a turn limit? Doesn't look like it. Here we go. Lancastrian arrows will fall short, so let's see. Therefore, they get 3 extra turns of full effect shots. Okay, so I have no real reason to immediately move, so I won't. I will try to get crossbowmen forward to add their firepower to that old longbowman. Let's see. Interesting. Alright, we have billmen. We have some men-at-arms. Not that many. Ones we do have, we'll want to shift over so the flanks aren't only composed of the weaker billmen. How are we here? Roads. Marsh, I mean... it's not great. Let's send, because they're worthless anywhere else anyway, some Kerns into the marsh and they can go on a little expedition. Not likely to matter, but all they're going to do in the center is break and panic everyone anyway. Then what? Probably want to extend this line a little bit. We have lancers and men-at-arms, but it's not really going to be that sort of battle, I don't think. Okay, and since he's moving away, should I shoot at him? Is there a point? Not really. I'll just burn my ammo. But I guess... tempting. Let's do it anyway. We're inevitably going to lose a shootout, so might as well accomplish something first. You know what, let's not even go for disruptions, just raw casualties. He could pull them back and rally anyway. Interesting. So, yeah. I guess we'll sit. Eventually he'll shoot at me enough that I have to come down and fight, and then we'll slug it out, hopefully in the valley in between and not uphill, which would be, you know, not ideal. Next turn. Okay, well, not really seeing the point in pushing forward too much, so we'll keep adjusting to get our dismounted men-at-arms into place. Oops. Let's prepare to get you forward, and then you can shuffle into there. And get out of the way, or this trash. Oh, this Scots, not Welsh. A little better then, but still not the most useful. Okay, and Kerns. Off we go on our little expedition. It's fine. Next turn. You know what? Let's get this medium foot trash also shifting. They can go right. Cross over. Okay, you can hang out there. What do we got? And that's good enough. Next turn. So, did some reading, and Leonard is waiting because he's going to get reinforcements from the road to London. And I have the much bigger army. The problem is, I think if I just charge to try to take advantage of my current greater numbers, I'll just get massacred. So he's going to wait until reinforcements arrive. And then he'll use his greater number of arrows to try to mess things up for me. That's okay. Oh, Bonnox. These are... Oh, they're like the Galaglex, so they're heavy foot. Too bad. Okay. Let's turn. 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 Here we go. To the marsh with the Irish. Okay. Then, do I need to do anything else? Not really. Leonard says, very understandable. I told him I was just going to sit back here. I don't even know if Norfolk arrives at the MP scenario. Seems, for example, that the French really don't get their infantry at Cressy and MP. Should happen around turn 16 or so. In the single-player version, the Yorkist troops were downgraded in their quality to show that they'd marched around all day, and gameplay-wise, it's made a Lancastrian attack possible. So I'm confused why this isn't the case here. Yeah, I think that's the same quality across the board, so he'll sit and wait for reinforcements. We'll sit and wait. But it doesn't look like there's a time limit, so, he can afford to do so, no problem. Right, the Kerns can sit there. And then, let's see, why don't we actually make some room? So, instead of sitting on the edge of the hill, so he can view a bow shot down there, we want to move back so that he has to go get up against this slope to get within bow shot, in theory. So yes, thrilling viewing, I know. I mean, I realize that people generally only watch part of these videos, and I kind of do the same when I watch this sort of thing. So, this is going to be one of those matches where there's a long period of early, I don't know if I would even grace it with the term maneuver here. A long, early staring contest before we get to grips with one another. But Leonard and I always do battle out in a bloody mess eventually, so no worries on that score. Don't want to get trapped. Next turn. Okay, we'll just keep making room for now. It is a shame that there isn't a more reliable group move. Next turn. Alright, so we need to fall back one more tile, and then we'll be where we want to be. Leonard and I are both acknowledging our total dishonor, but you know what? People like us are needed to test the scenario balance, push the limits of the annoying bullshit people will do in game. Okay, am I satisfied with this deployment? Yeah, I think that's good enough. I think some gaps are okay to have here. So we'll just keep marching these kerns along. But other than that, we can chill. Next turn. Next turn. Just keep an eye on things with those handgunners. But really, there's no room for me to engage in any kind of fancy maneuvers, so it makes no difference. I mean, do I want to reorder things at all? No, I don't really think so. Could try to rush past with lights, but I'm just afraid we'll get trapped by something from over here and killed. Alright, Norfolk is here. Bunch of cavalry. Actually kind of a problem. Those men-at-arms are very difficult to deal with. We'll need to keep our kerns out of the way for the moment. And we might need our own cavalry to help fight off his cavalry. Alright. Let's do a slight reshuffle here. Yeah. Shift them over so they can shoot downhill. Next turn, let's see if he moves or takes his time. Taking his time. I will do the same. Other than shifting them over. Next turn. Alright. Next turn. Interesting. Well, let's lurk. Maybe lurk there? Lurk there? I have to wait to pop these kerns out until engagement has begun. Turn. Can't imagine that it's going to send cavalry over here. It's too easy to block it off. Let's inch forward a bit. Yeah, I'm just so afraid that there's lights in there. I suppose I could load up the other side scenario, but it seems kind of cheap. Won't do that. Okay, final wave of reinforcements. Okay, they're not going to spot my kerns. Well, I think we can just wait. And next turn. Should I, like, do something? Nah. It's fine. Next turn. Well, alright then. Next turn. Maybe he hasn't forgotten my kerns. That's marsh too. Okay. Great. Next turn. Alright, do I need to care about rearranging at all? If the front rank is all melee, then I suppose my front rank should also be melee. How can I achieve that, though? Actually, I might be able to do it without great difficulty. Something like that. Alright. Next turn. Just kind of shadow them with our kerns. Okay. Armored foot down there. Straighten you out. Wait. Okay. What's lurking in there? I still don't know. Let's take the risk. Worst case scenario, we lose 1 unit of light cavalry. Next turn. So you'll shoot through the gaps with the longbowman. So if the longbowman move up 2, then they'd be able to shoot there. So we'll need to move just out of range then. Do I even care if I screen my own archers? I don't think I really do. I guess we just keep some reserves. Kind of a mess, but that's okay. Alright, again, stay stealthy. Next turn. So he's at this point inviting me to either lose my height advantage or get shot at. So I'm going to elect to get shot at. Kind of a waste of arrows. Keep our cavalry in reserve. Let's see, charge, move, set up a flank. So yeah, we can't allow that. Could he do the same here? Probably. Charge. Let's see, it'd have to be what? Charge. Charge. Wait, so move here, charge, then charge, then set up the flank. I mean, I don't know. Fuck it, whatever. We're 22 turns in and haven't done anything. I think it's, I'm not sure if I care if I lose at this point. Nothing really that squishy back there. Alright. I mean, sure, why not? Alright, we'll leave it there. Next turn, Leonard said he misclicked a unit onto the slope. Let's see what he means. Please hold. Of course not. Well, that was unpleasant. Well, that's the misclick. I am not so much of a gentleman to not take advantage of it. Let's see. You cover. Prepare to swarm them. Okay. Get some casualties downrange. The spearmen might be actually a fairly good choice for need a way to do this straight though. Okay, prepare to charge. See if you can score a disrupt or something. Good. And charge downhill. Damn. Ooh. Rude. Look the gap. Looks like that's our trouble spot to concentrate on. Right. This whole situation. I think that's okay. So you might as well pile in. Oops. Will they not turn as a result? Possibly. Well, mistakes were made. Let's lurk in the wood for another couple turns, move there next, and then we can pop out after. Next turn. Nicely done. Ooh. It's going to be a quick one now that we're actually in combat. Did he even need his reinforcements? Wonder. I mean, so I'd say my mistake was in deploying with even a thought of using my range units. I should have just formed a big, giant, solid line and left it at that. None of that's particularly useful, is it? Well. Honestly, I see no reason to shoot right now. Okay. Get out of the way. Bring the men-at-arms forward. We can't prevent flank on this unit because of those routers. That's annoying. Okay. Well, took out the commander-in-chief at least. All right. Let's zone them in. And, well, four. Okay, let's take a risk. That's why it's called a risk. Good. Forward, and I guess prepare to shuffle back that way. What can we do? Not much. Interesting. A mess. Totally screwed this up. That's alright. I'm kind of happy to just get it over with, to be honest. As long as these billmen are still here, it doesn't make sense to burst out with the kerns. Same with those. There's probably no point in lurking with this unit anymore. They can just pop out next turn and cause some kind of distraction. Next turn. Oh, interesting. Well, that does help. So, what to do? Could charge against his billmen. Or we could countercharge his men at arms. It's probably the thing. Right. So let's see, if he charges, then we need to be able to threaten a flank. They auto drop, we countercharge, so on and so forth. What if you didn't? Okay, alright. So here, we've rallied. Charge downhill. Okay, and that's really nice of you, but charge downhill. Good. Move forward. Take a risk. Try to steady that situation out. So if we push him back, then we'll get flanked. But if we move to prevent it, we get charged. Something to think about. Zone them out. Not terrible. Here, loose arrows. Again. And come on. Really? Okay. Move to fill the gap. Okay, the bad thing. The bad thing. Surprising that they held. You shuffle back here for now. Sure, take a pot shot, whatever. Importantly, move up, shoot at the cavalry. Plug the gap. Shift over to do your move up again. Those men at arms off of us. Pretty much done what we can here. Let's see if they charge, then I mean, do we care? Not that much. Where do you go? I think hover. Okay, in the meantime, pop out with our border horse. What about the kerns? This is annoying. I wish they weren't there. But we don't have a lot of time to mess around. So the kerns are probably going to have to pop their ambush in a moment here. Not sure if it's actually going to be all that helpful, but we'll see. Next turn. Oh, good for him. Rude. So if they don't break, something in our favor there. Well, that does actually help a little. Okay, zone them out. Good. Interesting. Okay, boost. Boost. Zone them out. Auto drop. Hold firm. Well, I hesitate to pile into this situation, but maybe I don't have much choice. Alright, good luck. Did surprisingly work. I have to plug a gap there. Really? Look. Wow, no cohesion check. Huh. Okay. Suppose you might as well get in there now. Block their fallback. Charge. Set up a drop. Or at least threaten to tank the impact. Ugh. What does that do to us? That means more men will be needed here. Have we been spotted? Quite possible. Right. Do we just pile in? Probably. Could have hit the archers, but it's okay. Drop. Don't know which way these reserves should go, to be honest. Maybe make some room, decide later. Do I have to get there to be able to shoot at them? Or there? Okay, that'll do. Next turn. Oh, we did all hold firm, which is nice. Not there. Frag on the men-at-arms. Everybody holds firm. You'll still have plenty of arrows. You gotta get into action now. Okay, we're down 10%. What could possibly go wrong? You charge here. Then, bit of a risk, but if they break, well, they don't break. It's almost too bad, to be honest. Set up a flank there. Fighting. Should have done this first, actually. Didn't matter in the event. Okay. To prepare to flank these men-at-arms if they charge through. Come on, you can do better than that. Apparently, you can't. Noted. Okay. Let's see, sub-general. Still no cohesion check. too bad. See if you can force a break there. Do we dare risk it? I think at this point we do. They're gonna get flanked unless... Oh, play some games. Play some games here. No. Bounce that nightly charge. Okay. It's about to get ugly. We can try to reinforce the push there. Billman. Force another drop? Is that worth it? Probably. Okay. Still think I'm gonna lose, but doing some damage now at least. Next turn. That prevents the auto drop there. What does that do for us? Not much. One disrupt. Oof, that could hurt. Oh, 2 disrupts and a frag. That did hurt. No rallies. Okay. Well, I mean, that's probably the thing to do at this point. Unless... no, still terrible. Or we could try to block the advance on our archers by sacrificing our cavalry. I think these choices are good, to be honest. God damn it. Bounce them off. And charge. It's not ideal. Now he can get in there. Could try a fallback. Good. Keep shifting over. Fine. No dice. No. Okay. Could move to attempt to set up a flank, then he just zoned it out anyway, so we'll support the push here instead. They all held for some reason. Going to push those longbowmen. Then we are going to see how that does. Do we break? No. So if he wants to break this zone of control... Oh wait, no, he can just charge forward. Damn. Not much I can do about it. I could try to bounce them off. And then they would just be facing our raw disrupted militia instead, so both are terrible. Gross. Alright, now we have to waste a unit facing. So, zone. Tank a bad impact to set up a drop. Okay, and then it's charge or die, or charge and die, as the case may be. Their ammo is still not low, unfortunately. I can really do about that, so we will push. Right. Tasty fragged units, but I can't get at them. All I can do is mildly annoy by my presence. And the whole right's about to go. I mean, for real this time. Next turn, the bad things on our right. Maybe some bad things on our left as well, but mainly horrible things on the right. There it is. Yeah, okay. That will be the bonus in ammunition quantities at work. Frag on that unit hurts. Interesting. Does that help? Not really. Good. Yeah, this is unfortunate. Lucky. Know what difference that'll make, but still lucky for sure. Well, do we have any chance? No. Guess I should have zoned that out instead. Charge. We force a round of melee at least. They fall back. We do what we can, which is going to be not very much. Pile in from the side. Try to steady out this melee. I believe we're going to just about collapse either next turn or the turn after. We have to hope that this pursuit takes us into the frag unit and breaks them. They hold firm on both checks. Too bad. Next turn. Nice, although I don't know if it'll make much difference. Interesting. Well, we'll see what we can do here. That's nice and all, but we could charge them next turn and then move the crossbowmen to a flanking position. It's probably the thing to do. Okay. Yeah, charge before this gets any worse. You need to rally. Force an auto drop. Pile in. Interesting. That's remarkably ineffective. Okay. See what we can do there. They do hold firm. Alright, take a risk. Good. So let's see, if they charge us, then we would want to be able to flank. In a relatively intact unit of men-at-arms, where could we use such a thing? I mean, unfortunately, we probably just have to pile in that way. Next turn. Auto break, I assume. Yep. Disrupt on our men-at-arms there. It's rough. Oh, well done. Well done. Not in the event that I could have done anything about that, even if I had seen it, but still. There's a break. Somewhat helpful disrupt, but we'd have to come into the flat to fight them, so I don't know. Nice. 4 in 1 turn. Alright, I must stop complaining for a time. Oh, they're gonna plow into me. That's what it is. Alright, pile in. Prevent the flank, for one thing. You start working your way around. Charge. This is hideous. I don't know if it's even worth trying to do anything about it. Probably not, right? I'm just gonna roll them up anyway. Yeah, let's threaten these archers instead. Wait a second. Could alternately threaten a drop there, kind of like that. Okay. Ooh, see now, that is more like it. So, who do we want to crunch? Get those disrupted men-at-arms. They're disrupted, but the armor should help even things out a bit. These obnoxious men-at-arms, so been completely unable to maneuver because they're just constantly in the way. Total fail. Okay. Held firm, held firm. This unit's about to auto-break if we don't get him some help. We could charge, but then, and it would set up a flank, but we could also just die. That said, well, let's see how things go here first. I do like that, but it doesn't help. Well, this is bad enough that I think we probably just need to get it set up now. Maybe wait and rally. You be ready to go that way, you be ready to flank, something like that. Okay. Leonard and I are both competing over who's losing this thing. I still think it's me. He thinks it's him. As I've said before, you know, all good 5 players think they're losing all the time. I think because of the nature of the game, you're always trying to analyze, you know, what threats there are to your cohesion. So if you're always looking at threats, you're gonna tend to feel a little pessimistic. Oof. Okay, let's get that auto drop. Militia Billman forward. Shit. Well, too late to take care of that. What do we got here? Hold firm, hold firm. What can I do? They're always gonna zone me out. There's nothing I can do about it. It's so irritating. I just want to get these squishy, delicious units, but no. And I don't want to shoot again with 5 units. Alright, let's think about it. Let's think about it. That relieves some pressure, but they all hold firm. Okay. They all hold firm. Yeah, I have to shoot them because I have to try to go for a frag. Or an auto break, or else they're just going to keep zoning me out and threatening flanks. Get the fuck out of the way. If I do this, he can auto drop me, even though it's my one chance to trap them in a melee. Okay, then what? Slow them out and slow them down. And prep an auto drop on the infantry. Start marching towards a fragged unit. Alright, we'll see. Next turn. This could be bad. Well, it's not ideal. My unit is disordered right now. Auto break. Firm, good. They're about to, yeah. Typical. Okay. It could actually still hurt, but it doesn't in the event. Move to cover, that makes sense. Interesting. Okay. So, protect. Undo. Why? Except to reduce flank threat, but it doesn't reduce flank threat to move there. So we can only charge or turn all the way. Well, that's annoying. I guess that's better or something. It's really not, though. Close to auto break. If they charge me first, they might bounce off. I guess that's our only chance there. Okay. Here's a bad thing. Could have been worse. Cover that flank. Pile in. They're about to go soon. This is unfortunate. He will bounce off. No. Okay. Held firm. Let's move up. Loose. Arrows. No luck again. This is probably going to be terrible. Huh. Shit. That is terrible. Well, do what you can. Kind of to be expected. Not much we can do here. Alright, it looks like it's over. Let's see what happens. I was hoping to bounce them off, but no such luck. There's 60%. They're charging downhill. Lucked out, not that it's going to matter. $62. That's gotta secure it, I would imagine. We would need one more, which I don't believe we'll get. There it is. That was a fucking slog. So, I don't think this is impossible for the Lancastrian player, but I do think it's extremely difficult. Now, I did make two serious mistakes. One, I attempted to intersperse missile troops with melee troops, and I should have just lined up a wall of melee troops at the start. That cost me some auto drops early on. I also wasted ammo shooting at infantry. I really should have saved it for the mounted men at arms to just get them out of the way. Still, even if I had not made those two mistakes, I still think it would be very difficult for the Lancastrian side, given that, the Yorkist army, the Yorkist player has really no reason at all to come advance past their hill until they get their reinforcements. They're just going to wait. And sure, the Lancastrians could attack before that, but at that point, whatever offset in numbers you get by attacking early, it doesn't matter because you're attacking uphill against an army with more arrows. So, what are you doing? So both players just sit there until the reinforcements show up, and then you're grossly outnumbered, and you have less arrows. So the only advantage at that point is the hill, but it's just, in my opinion, it's just not enough. I think this is one of those scenarios, once again, is kind of balanced for historical play. They fight it out, and eventually the reinforcements surprisingly show up at some point, but that's not how players play, especially when there's no time limit. So, yeah, I think, obviously, Leonard is an excellent top quality player, and I could have got away with my sloppiness against a lesser player. That said, I think this is balanced very, very tough for the Lancastrian side. So, good game and well played to Leonard. Till next time.